Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jared Seliger. I'm president here at Allen College. Thank you for coming out today on what, the first day that's above freezing in what seems like almost 2 months. It's a beautiful day outside. Thank you for being here with us today as we celebrate two groups of BSN students today for our white coat ceremony. So if this is your first time here at Allen College, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. We're glad to see you here today. We're here to celebrate this group of students who are dedicating themselves to the profession of nursing. Today's ceremony really is representative of these students taking the excellent knowledge they're learning in the classroom here at Allen College and are soon to apply that knowledge to their clinical studies out in the healthcare workforce. So what we're going to do today is celebrate these students, and certainly I want to thank you all for being here. For all the families in attendance, thank you for your support. The Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree is one of the most difficult undergraduate educational programs anywhere in the country. So for this group of students, they're taking a remarkable journey towards a rewarding career, but they also need your support through that journey. So you're probably not seeing them as much as you did before they started here at Allen College. So all of that support that you can provide is very much appreciated by the students. Here at Allen College, we are always in trying to provide as high quality of educational opportunity as possible. As you were driving in today, you might have noticed some construction going on across the street over here. We're in the midst of an expansion project for McElroy Hall that will add about 8,000 additional square feet of learning space, which will predominantly be our new simulation center. So this fall, something to look forward to, we're going to have a new simulation space that will really be one of the top-notch educational learning facilities anywhere in the state of Iowa and probably across the country. So we're really excited about that. So I want to thank you for being here today, and it is now my pleasure to turn it over to Dr. Kendra Williams-Perez, who's the Dean of the School of Nursing here at Allen College, and she's going to bring remarks on behalf of our nursing leadership and faculty.
Welcome to Allen College. I'm Kendra Williams-Perez, and I serve as the Dean of the School of Nursing, as Dr. Seliger said. It's our honor to have you all here today for this white coat ceremony. These students will soon be starting their clinical rotations, if they haven't already. Maybe you've already had one day. The white coat ceremony marks their transition to clinical practice. The nursing faculty are excited to continue this tradition for our students. Our first ceremony occurred in January of 2019, and the white coat ceremony and student oaths serve as an important rite of passage into the healthcare profession. The ceremony began with medical students at Columbia University College of Physicians and Surgeons in 1993, and since that time, the white coat ceremony has been adopted by the vast majority of U.S. medical schools and is becoming the norm in nursing schools as well. This ceremony is made possible by the Gold Foundation, named for Arnold Perlman Gold, who was a world-renowned pediatric neurologist at Columbia University. He died in 2018, but his work and legacy lives on through the work of the Gold Foundation, as you can see from the banner over there. This afternoon, nursing students will receive a pin for their white coat, and these pins are from the Gold Foundation. Students are encouraged to wear the pin on their white coat, and the pin reflects the mission of the Gold Foundation, which is a Mobius loop symbolizing the continuous bond of trust, respect, and clear communication between healthcare professionals and their patients. We hope you remember these important values as you embark on your clinical education as future nurses. These values certainly reflect the public's perception of the profession you are entering. The most recent Gallup poll in 2025 announced that for the 25th year in a row, Americans rated the honesty and ethics of nurses number one among a list of professions. You're entering one of the most trusted professions in the United States. It's now my pleasure to introduce Kathy Bauer. Kathy is a family nurse practitioner specializing in gynecology and women's health. She also does a little moonlighting in express care, and she's been a nurse practitioner for nearly 12 years. She spent part of that time as an assistant professor here at Allen College. Prior to working as a nurse practitioner, she worked in a variety of settings as an RN, including med-surg, hospice, and women's health. Kathy's a mom to an 11-year-old daughter and an 8-year-old golden doodle named Coconut. Kathy's deeply passionate about nursing as both a science and an art, and is a fierce advocate for patient autonomy, reproductive justice, LGBTQ rights, and healthcare access. She's excited to be here and share insights with you as you take your first steps into clinical practice. Please join me in welcoming Kathy.
Well, hello, and thank you for having me. It was strange walking in here. I went to school here as well, 18 years ago. I feel like I was just you yesterday. It really feels that way. It goes really fast, and I'm really excited for all that you have ahead of you. I remember myself in your shoes when I was getting ready to walk into my first clinical. I'd done a little CNA work. Has everyone done some CNA or some patient care stuff? So that helps, right? But still getting into the hospital setting is a completely different world. And I don't know about you, but I was a little freaked out. I was a little scared going in and just trying to figure out all of the tubes and pumps and charting and scanning of the meds and all the things that you have to deal with 4 or 5 patients at one time. The good news is you're starting slow, so you won't have to deal with that right away. Just get to work on connecting with the patient, which is the most important thing, and getting comfortable in that setting. A couple of things I just want to say. Nursing as a science, there are many technical things that you're going to need to learn as nurses. And they are, remember as a student, I was very nervous. I got done with my nursing program. I did not feel comfortable with IVs yet. I was terrible at NG tubes. And as time went on, I realized those things are things that you can learn. So don't worry. The patient's more important. The technical part will come as time goes on. Number 2, the patient that you see on the chart is not always the patient that you will encounter. So often I see patients that coming into me and they are maybe homeless and have been in jail recently, or they're coming in shackles, or they've had a really terrible medical history. And when I see them, they are just kind and wonderful people that you have to be very careful not to prejudge. So it's very important just to not look at the chart and make a judgment and just accept the person as they are. And then also things, you're going to be moving from the book, the didactic, to the real life hands-on work. And I feel like things do not show up always how they do in the book, okay? I am a nurse practitioner and have been for 12 years, and I work in women's health, so pardon the women's health reference. But in the 12 years I've been a nurse practitioner, there's an STI called trichomoniasis, and in the books they say there'll be red spots on somebody's cervix when they have this STI. And I have seen trichomoniasis hundreds of times, and I've seen that presentation once. So just be ready, be aware. It doesn't always add up exactly like it's supposed to. There was a professor here at one time named Mavis Tesla. She unfortunately passed away from ovarian cancer, but she was a big inspiration to me because she always said nursing is also an art, right? And what's the art side of nursing? I really feel it's your opportunity as a nurse to embrace a person in a really vulnerable time for them. When they're in the hospital, they're often very scared. They're annoyed, they're in pain, they're away from their environment, and they're feeling very, very vulnerable. So it's very important for you to try to show up as much as you can with love and compassion and try to meet them where they're at. One of my favorite people is Florence Nightingale. Of course, you probably have heard a little bit about her. She has a quote that says, "Nursing is love made visible." So I just really hope that you all can go forward and show your love and show up for the patient and be present as much as you possibly can. And I really wish you all the best of luck as you enter in the nursing career. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Abby Neiman, and joining me up on the stage, I have Jennifer Coleman and Aaron Peters to complete the coding ceremony. All right, we are going to start with the class of August of 2027, Avery Burish. Bailey Burlingham. Tamaya Manning. Alexandria Mendenhall. Simone Robinson. Caitlin Sharp. Kylie Thielen. From the class of December 2027, Allison Barris. Kevin Dunker. Nerm Heiss. Alexis Heft. Sing Kim. Molly Moser. Ella Schendel. Sophia Sell. Addison Stearns. Valerie Villa. Emerson Warnke. It is my pleasure now to introduce you to Taylor Knowlting. Taylor will graduate this May of 2026, and she is going to offer you some remarks from herself as a student.
Hello, my name is Taylor, and congrats on receiving your white coats. I am currently a senior traditional BSN student at Allen College, and I am grateful for the opportunity to share about my Allen College journey with you all. The white coat ceremony is an important milestone in your nursing career. It symbolizes your entry into clinical experience, and it represents trust and responsibility. You may be feeling excited, nervous, or wondering if you're ready for this. Not long ago, I was sitting in your seats and I felt like the end of nursing school was so far away. You'll come to find out, however, that these 4 semesters are going to fly by. There will be lots of late nights and early mornings, an exam you fail, clinical hours that overwhelm you, but your hard work will pay off in the end and it will not be overlooked. One of the best things about Allen College are the small class sizes and how personable the professors are. You may have already heard that, but by the end of your education, you will completely understand and be so grateful for the quality education that Allen College was able to provide. Within your cohort, you will make some great friends and clinical partners. My first clinical experience here at Allen College was on 4 Medical, and my instructor was Dr. Lisa Jurgensen. I felt as if I didn't know what I was hearing in my stethoscope, and I thought I had no idea how to do a care plan. We had a senior nursing student come help during our clinical, and I thought she knew everything. As the semester went on, Lisa assured me that I knew more than I thought, and she helped me gain so much confidence. Something unique I got to participate in was going on a mission trip to Guatemala as my nursing elective. Going on a medical mission trip was one of the best experiences of my life, and I highly recommend going if you are able. It allowed me to make relationships, use some clinical skills, and be surrounded by another culture and language. As you all start your first clinical experiences, remember that it is okay to feel nervous and unsure. It is very important that you ask questions and gain confidence throughout the semester. As time goes on, remember there is a reason that you want to become a nurse, and the road isn't going to be easy. The material that you learn each semester builds upon the past semesters, and the skills you learn will benefit you throughout the rest of your career and your life. Although I am unsure about everyone's specific stories about why they chose nursing or Allen College, when you wear your white coat, remember why you went down this profession. Maybe it's because a nurse impacted your life, maybe you have always wanted to be a nurse, or maybe it is simply because you want to care for people. Some final advice I have for you all is to reach out to a professor or clinical instructor if you need help with anything. They truly have their students' best interests in mind, and they will do anything they can to see you succeed. It is a great accomplishment to be here today. The prereqs are over, and you have all started your time at Allen College. One day it was your dream to be a nurse, and now that will soon be a reality. Congratulations.
Thank you, Taylor. Congratulations on receiving your white coat. What we are going to do now next is recite the nursing pledge, and I will lead you in that. So as we do that, you're going to stand. All the nursing students are going to stand. And on the back of their programs, they have the nursing pledge that you're going to turn around, face, I'm getting eye rolls. Wave at your favorite person And you guys are going to recite the pledge to them because you really are taking the pledge not to tell me, but to tell everybody in the audience how you are committed to being a nurse in the future. So, are we ready? Here we go. As a nurse dedicated to providing the highest quality care and services, I solemnly pledge that I will consider the welfare of humanity and relief of suffering my primary concerns, act in a compassionate and trustworthy manner in all aspects of my care, apply my knowledge, experience, and skills to the best of my ability to assure optimal outcomes for my patients, exercise sound judgment, professional, legal requirements. Ooh, that was a struggle for me. Let's do the next one. Accept the lifelong obligation to improve my professional knowledge and competence. Promote, advocate for, and strive to protect the health, safety, and rights of the patient. With this pledge, I accept the duties and responsibilities that embody the nursing profession. I take this pledge voluntarily with the full realization of the responsibility with which I am entrusted by the public. Congratulations. I'll introduce myself now because it seems to make more sense now. My name is Anna Weepy. I am the assistant dean, and just really want to conclude our program by saying, think of the remarks that Kathy Bauer had for you and that Taylor had for you, how those impact you moving forward. Some of you had clinical this morning for the first time, right? Was it good? This was good. Some of you had clinical last week. Was it good? So it was. That wasn't quite as exciting. It must have the excitement wore off, huh? And some of you get to go on Saturday morning, 6:30 a.m. Okay, so everybody within the last 2 weeks has gotten to do their first clinical experience. Way back when I did my first clinical, I remember thinking how do I know when I go see this patient? Do they hop in the shower? Am I going to give them a bed bath? How do they ambulate? So all of those things are you never forget that stuff that happens that first day. And I'm thinking of Dr. Williams-Perez. She talks about things that she happened in nursing school and that she doesn't remember or doesn't forget ever. And I'm going to guess all of our faculty remember that as well as those special patients. So really think about, as our speakers mentioned, how you're taking care of people in that vulnerable spot in their life. You go to work every day and seeing people in the hospital is what you do. But is that normal everyday life? People don't want to be in the hospital. Everything has been taken away from them. They've lost independence and choices. So see what you can do on a daily basis really to impact your patients. And really think about then how this journey as a nursing student will get you to that spot in the future. How can you use all of the knowledge and experiences that Allen College provides to you to help you be that best nurse that you can be in the future? So hopefully Allen College can help you along this journey. Definitely faculty, staff, we're all here to support you, and we really want to make this the best experience possible. So again, congratulations to our future nurses in the group. Another one more round of applause. So as we finish up this ceremony, what we would like to do is do we want to do both cohorts together or separate? Students, would you guys, I see a separate, okay. Let's have the hybrids and then one together, okay? Hybrid students first, then traditional students. I see people mouthing, isn't that bad? Separate, okay. Hybrid students up here first, then traditional students, then together, and then you guys are free to take pictures up here however you want. There's no time rush that we're on. So come on up, hybrid students, and we'll do separate cohort pictures, and then we'll do one together. Allison, you got the pictures? Okay, perfect. Thank you again for coming. Oh, and if you guys want to tour around the building, I'm sure your students would be happy to show you around. Tell her. Okay. Give each other a hug like you like each other. Traditional students, you guys want to come this direction? Yeah. If you guys just want to stand over there, by the steps, we'll get the other group, and then we can throw everybody together.
Yeah, we will. I'll be in the bottom.
I don't think we need, do we?
Put the short people in the front, unfortunately, right? Oh yeah, you can do if you want, I'll just get down a little bit. You can do that too. Can you see everybody? Just wait, don't